And it has been an incredible time of exploring the people that we have invited into our lives. And our scripture this morning on this incredible Easter morning is about a community. It's about a team that surrounds Jesus Christ himself. So hear the word of God this morning. Early on the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary Magdalene came to the tomb and saw that the stone had been removed from the tomb. So she ran and went to Simon Peter and the other disciple, the one whom Jesus loved, and said to them, "They have taken the Lord out of the tomb, and we do not know where they have laid him." And then Peter and the other disciple set out and went towards the tomb. The two were running together, but the other disciple outran Peter, and he reached the tomb first. He bent down to look in and saw the linen wrappings lying there, but he did not go in. Then Simon Peter came, and following him, he went into the tomb. He saw the linen wrappings lying there, and a cloth that had been placed on Jesus' head, not lying with the linen wrappings, but rolled up in place by itself. Then the other disciple who reached the tomb first also went in, and he saw and believed. For as yet they did not understand the scripture, that he must rise from the dead. Then the disciples returned to their homes. But Mary stood outside, weeping the tomb. And as she wept, she bent over to look into the tomb, and she saw two angels in white, sitting where the body of Jesus had been lying, one at the head and the other at the feet. And they said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" She said to them, "They have taken away my Lord, and I do not know where they have laid him." When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus standing there, but she did not know it was Jesus. And Jesus said to her, "Woman, why are you weeping?" Supposing him to be the gardener, she said to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Jesus said to her, "Mary." And she turned and said to him in Hebrew, "Rabboni," which means teacher. Jesus said to her, "Don't hold on to me, because I have not yet ascended to my Father. But go to my brothers and say to them, I am ascending to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God." Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord." And she told them that he had said these things to her. This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Every time I read this passage, my heart breaks. You see, Mary Magdalene loved Jesus. She had given up everything to follow him, just like the disciples had. Mary had put her hope and her future and her everything into following Jesus and his teachings and his promises of the future. She had gone all in on Team Jesus. Where does that leave her now? As one of the last people at the cross, Mary watched as her mentor, her Lord, her teacher, died. As her friends and confidants scattered away in the wind. Everything she thought she knew and believed stripped away from her with a shocking brutality and finality. And now here she is, making her way through the darkness, coming to the tomb of Jesus, the place where all of her hopes and her dreams and her future is lying cold, and she's searching for perhaps one more connection. See, Mary knows what she's going to find when she gets to the tomb, and yet as she arrives, one more time her expectations are shattered. The tomb is empty. And in panic and despair, Mary runs to her friends, her teammates, Peter and the beloved disciple, and she tells them this awful news: his body is gone. And seeing her in distress, rather than waiting for her or comforting her, they take off running. They leave her once again by herself. Now, when the two men get to the tomb and see that Mary was telling the truth, that Jesus is no longer there, they assess the situation. And then they turn around and they leave. Once again forgetting their sister as she stands to the side alone. And so she stares into the tomb and she begins to cry. Maybe you've cried like this, not a soft tear, but that kind of soul-crushing, bone ache of a cry that feels like it's ripped from the very heart of you, and you feel like you just can't go on any further. Because who here has not been married? Who has not stood looking into the tomb of all of their hopes or all of their dreams and wondered how things could have gotten so bad or so wrong so fast? How many of us have faced that awful moment when we feel utterly alone? When we watch the future that we had dreamed about and hoped for slip away like sand through our fingertips. And so Mary stares into the tomb and faces the fact that even the body of her Lord has been taken from her. There is nothing left for her to hold on to. There are very few people who will make it through life without at least one moment like this. Truth is, most of us will have many of them. Maybe it's when your marriage begins to fall apart, you discover evidence of an affair, when you find the first lump, and you get the call from the doctor that you never wanted to hear, when the police show up at your door, or the bank notices keep piling up. Miscarriages and abuse, alcoholism, addiction, betrayal, death seems to lurk at the edges of everything we do and everywhere we go.
Okay.
Heartache and despair and brokenness and human condition and no matter what people we have on our team, no matter how good we are or how good they are, we are bound to be let down or to be left. They can't save us from the dark. And so, like Mary, we often stand at the tomb in our life and we cry because what else can we do? And as she stands there and stares into the darkness, she begins to see something. Two angels appear and they ask her, "Why are you weeping?" If you've ever been upset or in heartbreak, being asked why you're upset is maybe not the best question. Just a heads up. And so I imagine that her sobs begin to grow a little louder as she half chokes out, "They have taken away my Lord, and I don't know where they have laid him." But it's so much more than that, because what Mary is saying is, "They have taken away my hope, and I don't know where they have laid it. They have taken away my future, and I don't know where they have laid it. They have taken away my joy, and I don't know where they have laid it." Everything is gone. Everything good has disappeared. And she is alone, and even the presence of an angel brings no comfort anymore. Mary turns her eyes away, blurred with tears, and suddenly someone else is standing in front of her. This man, too, asks her why she's weeping. Thinking he's the gardener, she says to him, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him. I will take him away." And this is what we all do when we're faced with pain and loss. We begin to beg and to bargain and to try to find a way that we can fix it. "Please," we say, "just tell me what to do. Tell me what I can do to make the hurt stop." And in our grief, we're blind.
Oh, it's not looking.
And we tend to miss what's right in front of us. Because if we're honest, we have to admit that we tend to forget the most important person to have on our team, the only one who will never abandon us and never leave us alone, is Jesus himself. It doesn't matter who else we surround ourselves with. Without Jesus, we are lost. We cannot save ourselves. Only him. But we get so caught up in our own lives, we get so blinded by our pain that we forget the truth that he has already revealed to us. And we go about groping blindly, searching for an easy answer, something that we can control. There's an old tale by a Bohemian priest. One night, a family was sleeping in their home when a fire broke out. And as the flames and smoke began to fill the home, the mother and father went to get their two young children. And as they tried to make their way down the stairs, the youngest boy, a little boy of about 4 years old, begins to panic. And he turns away from his parents and he tears back up into the second story. And as his mom, his dad, and his other sibling come outside, they begin to panic because they know their child is stuck in this house and they can't get back in. And all of a sudden they see up in the upper window the little boy. The father cries out, "You have to jump." The little boy cries out, "Daddy, I'm scared." And the dad says, "I know you are, son, but you have to jump now." A moment of silence. The little boy cries out, saying, "But Daddy, I can't see you." His dad replies, "I know, my son, I can see you." And the gardener finally speaks. He says, "Mary." See, this is the power of having God on our team. He always sees us. He always knows us, even when we don't know ourselves. And he's always there waiting to catch us, even when we're afraid, even when we're surrounded by pain or by death. And just because we can't see him does not mean that he is not already there. At the sound of her name, Mary's whole world is instantly changed. Because now she knows who stands before her. "Rabboni," she cries. Because he is the great shepherd and his sheep know him when he calls them. I imagine Mary in her joy reaching out, going to want to give him just the biggest hug that she's ever given anyone in her whole life, but he stops her. He says, "Don't hold on to me. Go. Go and tell the others. Tell the good news. Share the gospel. You are going to be the first witness to the good news of Jesus Christ." And it's this good news, it's this message of that Easter that we still share over 2,000 years later. That death has been defeated, that life will triumph, that justice will roll down like rivers. That every broken heart will be bound up and every tear will be wiped from every eye. That God has chosen to join our team. But even more than that, has extended an invitation for us to join his. And it is that promise that God, the very God of all the universe, knows you by name. Knows your sorrows and knows your longings, and he cares about you. That even in your darkest moments of despair, when the long night has come and you don't see a way out, God is there. And so when you leave this place today, when you get back in your car to deal with traffic or stressful family meals, when you find yourself feeling alone or let down or disillusioned, in a week or 2 weeks or 6 months or next year, when you find yourself back again in the tomb of your life, remember, you are not alone. Jesus is on your team now, and Jesus is on your team forever. Death no longer has the final say, and joy will come with it. My friends, Christ is risen. Join me in prayer. Holy God, on this Easter morning, this day when you speak to us, when you defy the power of death, we lift our hearts to you in gratitude. But more than that, we ask that today of all days, your presence would be felt in this world. For our brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka, for our friends in Paris or in New Orleans or Mississippi, wherever there is broken hearts and sorrow on this morning, be there. Teach us to share your good news, just as Mary shared your good news, that the whole world